Can you see me? My, isn't that a surprise? I haven't been spotted in, around about 200 years. Give or take a decade, of course. You must be a quite unusual individual. I mean that in a good way, of course. You see, there's only a thin veil that stretches between your realm and mine. But nobody's able to see past it. Not from your side, anyway. You see, human sight is quite limited in many respects. For one reason or another, the material with which this veil is made is beyond your viewing. But you can see it quite clearly, can't you? There must be a rip here somewhere. I'll have to have it investigated. But in the meantime, I don't suppose you might want to step on through and get a little tour of the place, do you? I thought you might say yes. Well, I feel as though I should warn you. After all, I want this to be a relaxing experience for both of us. You're about to enter into a realm that is quite unusual. In many ways, it's quite like your world. We have shops and people busily scurrying down the street. But there are other things that are very much different from what you are used to. You'll get to experience all of these new things while you're here. Time passes differently on the side of the veil. Much more slowly. I believe the equivalent is 1 day here equals an hour on your end. So, if you'd like to stay for quite some time, you're more than welcome. I have a number of things to ask you anyway. In fact, we might want to have a bit of a chat while you're here. When you're ready, you can step on through. It won't hurt a bit, I can assure you. You may feel a little bit of tingling, but that's all. I do recommend you take a deep breath before you do, though, because our air is just a bit thinner. So you'll have to give your lungs a bit of time to acclimate. I'll help you through, though. Treat me as your sort of guide while you're here, all right? Good. So when you're ready, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and slip through the rift. you go. Now, I'd like to officially welcome you to Gossamer Falls. The quaintest, most charming little town in the enchanted realm. Now we're what you might call a border town, so you'll find a variety of things here, a bit in between. Some things might be familiar, and other things, as I said, will be all together marvelous and new and amazing, to say the very least. Now, I haven't got your name yet, have I? Well, that's quite a lovely name. My name is Gladiola. Yes. And, well, I'm in charge of the records here in the Gossamer Falls. A bit of a bookworm, if you will. I think you might want to start your little adventure here over at the Visitor Center. It's in the center of town. Yes. You'll find it by looking for the giant waterfall that's shaped like a flamingo. It's one of my favorite landmarks. If you make your way past the flamingo fountain, you'll see a large brick building. It gives off a bit of a glow just to attract newcomers. We find that, well, people from your realm generally like shiny things. So we've made it easier for you to find some more information about our wonderful little town. Now, I know you didn't bring any luggage with you, of course, but there are quite a few little shops here. In fact, I'll give you my card here. You just show this to any of the shopkeepers and they'll put it on my tab for me. In the meantime, if you plan on staying for any length of time, we'll try to see if we can find you a job here in Gossamer Falls. Would you like that? Oh, good, good. Now, you can also use the phone at the visitor center if you need to call back home and tell anybody you'll be gone for a while. All right? Great. So now, is there anything I can do for you? Or are you all ready to go see the visitor center? Oh, lovely. Now, there's one thing I should point out. There aren't any cars here. I know that you're used to motor vehicles, but here everything is, well, a bit old-fashioned. From your perspective, I would assume. There's horse-drawn carriages, and some people go by bicycle. You can just walk, of course. There's plenty of strolling paths in Gossamer Falls, and I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time perusing our shops and walking down our front street here. And take your time, remember. Stop to smell the, how do you say, the roses while you're here. There's no need for stress or worry. You'll find that everything's a bit calmer and low-key here. Everyone will be willing to help you, for the most part. There are some mischievous characters here in our little town. But if you need me, give me a call. The visitors center will be able to give you all of my information, where I can be reached, that sort of thing, and I'll check in on you at the, let's see, well, the bed and breakfast I would assume would be the best place to stay until you find a home of your own, if you like. And there's apartments and cottages and cabins. Just like back in your world, there are a variety of different accommodation options. But for the interim, you'll find the bed and breakfast quite comfortable and rather fascinating, dare I say. Well, I'll leave you to it then. And I'm not quite sure how long the rift will be in the veil, but we have a way of parting again if you do want to leave, so you can come and go as you like. You're our guest here now, and obviously there's a reason you're here, or else the veil wouldn't have parted for you to begin with, so we'll have to look into that, won't we? Good. Well, welcome to Gossamer Falls.